Alright, let's check this out. We're going to hit this button here. We're going to hit this here so I can read comments. And away we go. We got a red dot, folks. Welcome back to Akron's hottest and fastest growing show, 330 to go. I'm your host, Hank Forrester, coming to you live from parts unknown in Sharon Township. We'll be disclosing that later in the comments. But right now, we're taking a look at a house today. We had talked about this, me and Ryan Schaefer talked about doing this months and months ago before COVID started, and we just haven't had an opportunity to do it safely until now. Now with the new protocols in place. First of all, I'll be the only one wearing a mask on camera today because these folks are their people, right? So they don't necessarily have to be socially distant with each other. They all work together, all right? But right now I'm gonna flip the camera around and we are gonna get started. And here we go. First of all, I'll show you there's the big rock right there. We'll hear about that rock in a minute. All right, so here we are, folks. This is Kelly on the left and Dan on the right. That's the homeowner and our realtor here today. And the first question I always ask is, tell us your 330 story. Where you're from, did you grow up here? Tell us about you.
Hi Hank, good morning, and thank you for having us today. So I am Kelly Folden. I'm with the Kelly Folden Group, Stauffer Realty out of the Copley office, and this here is Dan Gurgel.
Hello.
So I started my real estate career about 11 years ago. My husband is a home builder, so been in the business a long time, and right now we're just looking for a way to get the word out about properties in an unconventional way due to COVID. So we're super excited to have you here today and hope that your audience stays with us the entire time. You won't be disappointed. This is a great estate property. It's gated. Like you said, it is in Sharon Township. You can check out our listing at thekellyfoldengroup.com. Dan and his wife Connie built this home 24 years ago. They're very proud of it, and I'm going to let Dan tell you a little bit about it and himself.
Well, first of all, I want to give a shameless plug for her husband, Todd Folden. He's with the K&L Group, and I've been in business for probably 40 years. And I take a lot of pride that when somebody calls me, I get right back to them, be it a text, an email, a phone call. And if you know any of them, they would say he immediately gets back. That's Todd. And that's why he's going to build our new house as we sell this one. I've been around for a while. I'm 63 years old, and I feel like I'm 28. My wife thinks I'm 12. But I can tell you that this property has been a labor of love. Every single inch of this property was designed by myself and obviously decorated by my wife. The rock that he refers to out front is 55 tons. It's sodium plagioclase, which is feldspar, quartz, and basalt. And I happen to have a 700-year-old red oak behind it. It's also 55 tons, go figure. So, without any further ado, maybe we could see a little bit about the house.
All right, let's take a look.
Let's head on in. All right, so folks, Kate would be better at this than me, but Kate's at work right now because Kate's the one that always drags me to open houses, okay? So what we're going to do right now is we're literally going to do a virtual tour, a virtual open house for you folks, and I'm just going to kind of let Dan and Kelly kind of lead the way, and I'm just going to ask silly questions as we go.
Wonderful.
And there's Bree hiding out back.
Bree's
all right.
my make-believe daughter.
Yeah.
For the day.
All right, so what are we in right now?
So right now we're in the two-story foyer, and over here you have a very comfortable den with fireplace. Everything in the house has just recently been painted, updated. It has really nice soft neutral tones to it. Very warm and inviting.
Okay.
Of course you have the dramatic staircase here with the wrought iron.
Yeah, there's 66 steps. It's 34 feet from the base downstairs to the peak. And that's triple glaze on all of the woodwork.
Okay.
All right.
Let me take a just peek down there real quick.
Yeah, open all
Just
the
to
way
show.
from the two-story all the way down to the lower level.
Okay. I'll follow you.
So here we have a very large dining room. furniture. Very
We've had 12 in here comfortably. But the floor is porcelain that we obviously matched with the rest of the room, and all the chairs are hand carved. You'll see some other ones. It took us 1.5 years to get them all.
All right, why don't we step over here into the kitchen. It's a beautiful gourmet kitchen, granite countertops, newer stainless steel appliances. Cabinets have all been refinished recently to brighten it up.
Okay.
Of course, across the back of the home, you're going to see beautiful views of the over 8-acre property and pond, which we'll see in a little bit. Have a dinette here.
I'm checking out this island.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's as big as it can get, and I think what we wanted to do was to, as we have done over the years, make sure we have large gatherings that, especially at the island, whether it's serving or some of the other services. But indeed, this was great because of the fact that you could cook and talk to people and serve them as you're cooking.
I would live right there. I love cooking, man.
Everyone loves to gather in the kitchen, so this gives you a nice big open space, which also opens up into the great room.
Okay.
I'd like to point out the custom fireplace. Dan, if you want to tell them about your fireplace.
Well, everything is hand carved, and there are a number of fireplaces on the property. I think it's 7. The idea of all of them mostly was that you had a 19-inch riser, so that if you had 30 people, which we had at least dozens of times in this room, the redundant theme is that you'll see a fireplace, you'll see a 19-inch riser that you can comfortably sit on, and in this case, easily 10. This was a great area to take family photographs. I have so many of them that you have maybe 30 people on this fireplace sitting and standing and gathering around, so that over the years you could see how families have grown. Additionally, the other huge redundant theme is the seating. For example, the window seating that we have here, and we have storage throughout each one. You're going to see that redundantly in every single room. And over the years, it's been hard to fill all the storage.
So built-in storage in most rooms, built-in seating in most rooms. And then with the fireplaces, you provide that seating around the fireplace area too. That's really cool.
We had converted it to gas, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 years ago. So that all you have to do is basically hit a switch. And I can tell you from lugging in all kinds of wood over the years, and the debris and the smoke and everything else, to be able to come in here after a hard day and just hit the switch, and the fireplace goes on, and then when you get up, you just turn it off. It's kind of cool.
Yep. Super cool. Let's get a shot from this direction, just to show people. And the other entrance attaches back over here to the dining room area. Okay.
All right. We'll take a quick peek down the hall at the laundry, powder room, and the garage.
Okay.
If you'll follow me. Here we have some extra storage for pantry space.
Okay.
We've got 2 laundry rooms in this house. The lower level has one for all of the towels from the pool.
Okay.
Powder room here to your right.
Little restroom.
And in addition to the 3-car attached garage, there's a large detached garage that we'll also tour. It has a guest suite above it.
I apologize for the mess in there.
And if you'll notice over here, there is a staircase that leads downstairs to the lower level.
And all of the stairs are 5 foot wide. And
Okay.
why that's important? Try carrying anything large down a 3 foot wide stairway. It's not fun. So I made that redundantly also throughout the house and the studio.
5-foot wide staircases. Okay.
All right, let's head upstairs to see the master suite and the 2 spare bedrooms.
Okay. Let's get a shot of this staircase as we go up. Go ahead. When I do this, I'm looking at it through the lenses of what would my wife be looking at, right? That way.
That's what really matters.
Yeah, that's what really matters when I'm doing an open houses.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yep.
All right, so you'll notice that both spare bedrooms have double doors. Very neutrally decorated. And these 2 spare bedrooms upstairs have a Jack and Jill type bathroom setup, and we're going to go ahead and take a walk through. Both have walk-in closets. Each bedroom has their own sink and toilet. And they share a shower and a garden tub.
Okay. 2 bathrooms, like they said, Jack and Jill connected with that. And then here's the other. So this serves right now as like an office instead of a bedroom, right here?
Well, actually, you might want to look in here real quick because one of the feature obviously is that we do have, you can show the built-ins and in all of the bedrooms, but
Okay.
as you go into the master closet for the wife it's slightly larger.
Slightly. So we'll take a look at the 1,200 square foot master suite. As you'll notice, this is a double-sided fireplace. Other side has the ensuite bath. It's quite a large room, as you can see. It'll fit a lot of furniture, sitting area, king-size bed. To let more natural light in, they also added these 2 windows at the time of the build.
So we have transoms with the skylights in the back.
I see that.
Such that
I'll show it.
you have light in here throughout the day. The house in and of itself was on a 30-60 degree angle like Frank Lloyd Wright. As you see an aerial view, you'll notice that it's askew comparatively to the rest of the neighborhood. And that's because every single window in the house gets sunlight sometime during the year. Something that I needed to have.
That was pretty cool. Yeah. So you specifically designed it that way from an angle standpoint.
It was Frank.
Okay. Okay.
Not Hank.
Why? And again, just to point out though, here's another fireplace, and you got that sitting area and the storage again.
Right again, yeah. We have the 19-inch riser, and you have it also on the other side.
Okay, we'll check that out in a minute.
All right, let's check out the important part. That would be her closet.
Her closet?
Or his, whichever. So it has a nice little sitting area for putting on your makeup. Lots of built-in drawers. Tons of storage space in this closet.
And with a TV, microwave, and refrigerator, you really don't have to leave this room, and many times my wife does not.
Beautiful lighting fixtures.
More seating areas, as you pointed out. Storage is a common theme. Let me back up just to show this view from here. There we go. We got a bunch of likes on that one. They're hitting the like button on that one.
I love how the natural light comes off that, because when it's pitch black outside and you turn on those chandeliers, it feels like sunlight is coming in.
And you won't believe this ensuite bath. Steam shower, have your water closet.
Swimming pool for a tub.
With a nice view.
And every single one of those shower heads that you see are home run from the downstairs water source of 1-inch copper pipes, which means that you get a pretty good blast on you when you take a shower. Added to that was, as you'll see, the tankless water system that we have that has 90 PSIs all the time. So it's a nice place to take a shower and a great place to take a steam. As you can see, that steam will get up to 150 if you can stand it.
And Hank, if you get a good view of this detail on the fireplace, it's just gorgeous. I don't know if you can see the finish on it, but it's just beautiful.
Yeah, we got it.
It's a triple glaze with, in this case, it's copper accents because of the fact that we have copper on different fixtures.
There's your fireplace, and again.
Imagine taking a bubble bath with fireplace going.
And you know, it's I remember the first time that we had a you have to stand up for this one. First time that I watched a movie in the tub. It was a 4-hour movie, and I didn't even know that the 4 hours had went, nor that I was in the tub. I was so relaxed. But
did your skin turn all raisiny though?
oh yeah.
Was it The Irishman or something like that?
I watched McGuire get his 70th home run in that tub.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
In addition to the double sinks, we also have another walk-in closet, which would be Dan's.
Okay.
She
A
allows
little
me,
smaller
she
than the
allows
other
me
one,
to
but
have
it's
this
still
one.
a great size.
It's more than what you need.
Okay.
All right. So now we'll head downstairs to the walkout lower level.
Okay. Let's just take a quick view all the way down the stairs.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that you got the view out the window in this room, but it gives you the idea of the waterfall across the pond.
I see it.
And of course, when you're standing in the other area, you can see the fountain as well.
Okay. Good call.
Yeah, the thing about waterfalls is they're about to see.
Making our viewers dizzy as I go around and around here.
And Hank, as we go downstairs, it's worth noting that when they built this house in their 30s, one thing they had in mind was entertaining and great parties. So, as you'll see,
Oh, wow.
this area here is
Oh,
the
let me
icing
get-
on the cake.
Let me get this view.
Yeah, there has been, I don't know, easily 60 to 70 people in here at once. And you could imagine how people would not want to leave. So our biggest challenge was getting people to go home.
So you got a sitting area in the
Our
corner.
model tree over here showing you
Okay.
this lovely sitting area.
And again,
Second kitchen.
fully designed to fully entertain down here without even having to go upstairs.
Yeah, this unlike the upstairs where you would have, this has a wonderful serving area here. This floats so that you could take it out and put it as a serving bar in the middle. But to be able to cook and to serve people and grab things just by taking one step. The majority of the parties, this was where I stood. Right here. I probably moved all of 3 feet.
Well, that way everyone comes to you, right? You don't have to walk around and you're like the center of the universe. And
You'll have to repeat that to my wife.
that's the point, though. Especially if you're hosting, you don't have to flit around. You can just stay stationary.
No, it's fun. It was fun. You know, a lot of my family have passed, and I can tell you the one time that we spent down here, one Christmas, was one of the memories I'll carry to my grave with my mom and dad.
Okay.
It was the best Christmas we ever had. But hopefully somebody else will carry that torch.
All right.
All right, well over here we have another fireplace. With beautiful stone, nice big seating area around it, like the upstairs upstairs great room fireplace. Big seating area. You can choose to have a pool table or do something different with that, but it gives you plenty of space for entertaining.
Okay. Let's check this out over here.
Nice seating area for eating during a party. Here. And then we do have a fourth bedroom on this lower level. It's really a suite in its own, so someone could technically live in this lower level if they needed to.
Okay.
We'll walk through here. This room's getting new carpet soon, as well as the den upstairs. So as you can see, it also has wonderful views of the backyard. Carries over in here to this beautiful bathroom with not only a shower but a jet tub and a TV for watching while you're in the tub.
Here's what I like, Dan.
What's that?
You designed every bedroom in this house as if you were going to be the one to use it. You know what I mean?
And what
From an amenity standpoint.
the way I would say this, and the way I have, was that every single space you're in, I designed it so you would not want to leave that space.
Right, right. Each area is self-sufficient, and they all have their own personality,
Yeah.
and they all have their own amenities.
Yeah, you got to have a TV while you're in the jacuzzi, right?
Yep.
Even
So
in the spare room.
I like that consistency.
Yeah.
Okay.
There is another utility room with washer and dryer. That obviously.
So a second set of washer and dryer for the beach towels, pool towels, and then as we mentioned in the garage, the staircase that you saw coming down here
Comes to
cuts
back
this
here.
area. We've got the geothermal down here.
Yeah, open the door. Just look
take a
up,
peek.
Look up the stairs. You'll see that, and turn on the light. It's not on.
It's on. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you can
nice
see the
wide staircase
5
here.
foot wide. So when you have to carry things down, and it's appreciated.
We'll show the guts. Got to show the guts.
Good stuff.
Okay. All right, we're heading this
All
way.
right, so let's let the fun begin.
Oh, that wasn't fun. That was the boring stuff.
Yes,
We're gonna
that was the
We're gonna
bonus.
watch Dan jump into his pool. I'm just kidding. He'll be wet for your ride around the property.
This is what we call the vestibule. It ties in the pool house to the main house. Obviously, coming out every morning and doing the hot tub was a staple in my day, and that and the steam bath in the pool that you'll see. And then work out, as you'll also see. But
It's gonna get a little loud in there, so
Oh, that's
if
fine.
you want to tell them about what we're going to see here before we go inside, or just talk really loud.
I can do that.
Again, privacy, right? This place.
Oh yeah, everything. Everywhere you are, there's nobody that can see you. I mean, if you want to get naked and jump in the pool, and
Yeah.
as we have and done whatever to the extent of having a great time, we've never had any problem with privacy.
Yep.
Behind you, you see a lot of storage. So, I mean, seating here on the other side and closets. That
Well,
fit
anyway,
right
that's
there.
I'll let Dan get that.
Yeah, you have the ability to
That lets we have storage
store a lot
on
of
both
stuff.
sides.
Okay.
And one thing I love about this property, Hank, especially right now with COVID, is that whoever buys this property, they don't have to go on a vacation. This is literally a staycation, as you're going to see.
And I'm glad you brought that up. My wife, because I've traveled all over the world and with business and otherwise, and she really didn't like to travel even years ago. So going into this house, I wanted to build something, an oasis, a property that she would never have to go anywhere because it would felt like we were on vacation every single day. And most of the time we've been here, that's the way it felt.
Okay.
Serene.
They brought the vacation to themselves. So
Yeah.
here's where it's at, folks.
Oh goodness.
recently replaced the entire pool deck. Just a round tile around the top of the inside of the pool. This is a heated and cooled environment here. All the doors slide open with screen doors so you can get a lot of cross breeze. The roof on this was just replaced in the last year at $20,000. So these will they'll slide up and close off for winter. You'll see the heating and cooling system that runs around the top. So you can use this year round.
Yeah, it's always a joy when we have Florida people that we know send us pictures in the wintertime, and I will send them pictures back of being in the pool with snow on the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't usually get any other kind of text other than a frown face. The main air ferns, obviously we got a bird of paradise in the corner. It's blooming. I got banana palms and Dracaena marginetas with the Ficus florata that you see everywhere all the time. It's fiddly stick. And the monsteras, they kind of get big, but I can move these plants around depending on how I feel, and I do it a lot.
Yep.
The outdoor will be staying with the property as well.
We have this house up here. And then for more entertaining space. For more entertaining space.
Yeah, we always grow every year, and always every year we get pretty good bounty. There's a whole lot of tomatoes here, but I can tell you, this is as fresh as it gets.
Oh, Dan.
He's tripping.
Try one of these. Wow.
I love this. How this has grown up.
Yeah, let me get back over there.
These are climbing hydrangeas,
Okay.
and when they flower, you cannot see green.
Okay.
That's how much flowers you have there. And I trained this Japanese maple, as you can see over the years. That took a lot of years to manipulate those branches so that they move like that. A lot of hostas. You know, there's 2,250 different varieties of hostas, and I probably have 100 throughout the property. But a lot of nights where you sit and have a cocktail and enjoy a little fire, and it's pretty serene.
Okay. Head back into the pool area.
Check out the, I call it a recreation area, party room. Hank, there is a sound system in here. All the components are here in this cabinet. Dan has it set up as a workout area, so it could be any number of things. There's also a full bathroom here with a steam shower.
You might want to get the steam shower. And the redundant storage, as you see, seating all the way around. And I can tell you this. And once again, you have seating and storage. This is pretty fantastic. I mean, I'm in here every single morning, and it'll pretty much hold 4 people, but I crank it up to about 120 degrees, and it really clears you out. And for a brisk jump, this was carved, of course, for a brisk jump in the pool, and you feel like starting your day. Yeah, this is where the guys sit or the women sit, and generally the women win. You know, the pitcher of sangria, they're sitting around, and most of the time guys don't want to get in the middle of that. But when the guys take over, it can be nasty.
So that's just a table there in the middle for drinks and stuff.
Oh yeah. There's a seat. So you can adjust this so it's just waterfall. So it's the bubbles, or it's just the bubbles, and then you can arrange it so that if you want this to be 110 degrees and that to be colder, you can do that as well. But it's got a 3.5 horsepower jet, so that when your back is hurt, I defy anybody to say that they have a spa, like you know we have one out there, that feels as good as that 3.5 horsepower jet in the middle of your back if you know, you have back problems.
I also love the vegetation that's growing.
Yeah, the spicy colorado, there's Jeff Larry.
This is movable, but it will stay with the property. It was designed for this space.
Right, this collapses. So if you wanted to put something else here, you could. We have a treadmill that we can set up, as well as other equipment. And most of the time, people like to just hang out and watch the game.
Yeah, oh, that'd be a great place for a game. Lots of
What game? Baseball. That's about it right now.
You could put up replays. And
That's right.
If they have enough to drink, they'll think it's the
Just play Ohio State, Michigan over and over,
Don't make us depressed.
only when Ohio State wins.
which is like 10 years in a row now.
So this is great for, you know, if you're wet and your swimming trunks or your swimsuit, you can still sit on this.
People have slept out here. If you move this becomes a pretty big bed.
And it has a little kitchenette out here as well.
It's always great to have the refrigerator stocked so that you don't have to go inside.
More seating here. Little seating nooks everywhere.
Yeah, the deck here is sizable, so if you wanted to put any kind of arrangement of furniture in here, most of the time I've had pit groups in the corner here, but the other thing that that I don't have set up is that we have a basketball hoop. Once again, that's bad for the women because men get kind of rough when they've been having a couple of drinks. But for everybody, we have a volleyball net that stretches the length of this. I knew a gentleman years ago, and he said never build a pool more than 5.5 feet deep. And I said, why? He said, because when people have a deep end, you could only use half the pool.
Yeah.
So in this case, this is 3.5 to 5.5, and everybody can use this pool regardless of the fact that they might not be good swimmers.
Okay.
The thing to notice is that they have lighting all the way around, so night swimming here would be
Okay.
And with the light on, the light in the pool and the spa dominate this so that it's really bright compared to how dark it is, even with the lights on.
Okay.
And
And the roof is retractable, right?
the retractable roof as well, and up top we have skylights that are also remote control.
Okay, I see it.
Alright, let's take a look at this little area out back. It's a place to sunbathe here. The covered area, nice new year cover.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. With a built-in grill. Nice place to get some shade.
Yeah, you could put a pretty darn big table in here. Of course, I have a TV in here because it's a redundant theme. And I've had all kinds of different schemes. I've had a bar in here with bar tables. I've had dining tables. Over the years, it's taken a lot of different shape to the extent of
And there's
out here, but
outdoor speakers everywhere, right?
the outdoor speakers. I'll tell you, when I've had neighbors saying that it sounds like there's a concert back here. Because as old as these speakers are, they're very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they only play rock and roll, by the way.
Of course.
No country music?
Oh, I only for country people. But I wanted to
All right, we're heading.
All right, I want to, while we're standing here, Dan, do you want to tell them a little bit about this row of trees that you set up here?
these are river birch. I originally did this because I went to Stan Hewitt, and they had the white birch. I know you know Stan Hewitt with the
walkway. Yep.
And believe it or not, the waterfall up there, I fashioned off of the original World Trade Center when I was there. A year before it wasn't. And they had a pretty large fountain, granite, in the middle. With that, I fashioned that waterfall out. But the every one of these river birch were hand set, mostly because my belief was that the white birch wouldn't grow as well, or they wouldn't grow as fast. But I do have white birch as well. If you look at the surrounding area, including with the Rose of Sharon that I have here, I had this line of Rose of Sharon up before the pool was even in, and it looked odd because it was like that and nothing was here. And people would say, "Why do you have that there?" I said, "Well, it's going to frame the pool right here." And they just look at me kind of like I was odd, but then again, everybody else does anyway. The Rose of Sharon are great because of the birds and the different things that come here. We get every species that you could imagine. A lot of people don't know what a rufous-sided towhee is or a rose-breasted grosbeak, but you name a bird, we get it here. If it's indigenous to this area, it comes here and it comes every day. We probably will see families of turkeys as we go around, but generally speaking, the males and the females separate because they have rules.
Sure.
Hey, if
this
I
was
could
a labor
mention,
of love.
this could be a great place if you're having a family wedding or a small wedding here. I imagine people could set up chairs along here, and this could be a place where someone might get married. Over here in this big open space, you
Yeah,
could
that's about the size of a football
yeah, it's
field.
very large over here. You could put a big white tent for a reception. Lots of options here. And so now we're going to head over to the detached garage that has a suite above it. It could be used for a home office, especially if you don't like people coming into your house who have to come out to your business. But it is a great guest suite. And then after that, you're on your own with Dan. He's going to take you for a tour of the property.
Oh boy.
All right. You can see just every bit of this property is gorgeous. Lots of wooded, natural areas.
Yeah, there's a 50% chance that there's a fawn bedding down over there. We have a lot of deer as well.
You want to hit the light there, Dan. So additional space besides the attached 3-car garage.
Okay.
All right, so we'll head upstairs again. Really wide staircase, what, 5 foot wide?
This
Always.
this one looks even wider.
I'm sure you've had plenty of guests stay the night over here.
Well, as you can see, the window seat redundantly has storage, and believe it or not, that's really comfortable to sleep on because my wife has made me sleep here many a night.
I just want to take a minute to thank Connie too. She has gone above and beyond to make this property as beautiful as you see it. She's just a little bit camera shy, so she wasn't going to join us today.
She's the architect, I'm just a mere servant.
There is a full bath over here in the corner.
jacuzzi tub, and to the extent that we have a 220 outlet over here, we have one downstairs. We have one obviously in the basement over there. But it was originally for a kiln that I donated to charity. And I bring it up because if you wanted to put in a stove, obviously, and it has the plumbing, so you could put in a full kitchen in here if you wanted to.
And again with the natural lighting.
Yeah.
4 skylights, lots of, and great views also.
Yeah, I see that. I pointed that out right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, it's time for your tour of the property with Dan.
Adventure time?
Adventure time.
All right.
And I cannot control him after this. You're on your own.
I think I can handle it.
He's a ball of fun, though.
If we're not back in 15 minutes, just
Send out a party.
All right, you guys have fun.
Alrighty, we'll be back.
So where do you want to go? I mean,
Just do a lap.
lap.
Let's just do a lap.
Well, we got some construction going right now. I can tell you that probably going to be a little loud, but there are. I'm okay. There are 17 new families that moved in here, and the prices on that acreage range from around $90,000 to $120,000 an acre. It wasn't like that when I first got here. This track on this side's a little bit rough, but the other side's it's pretty smooth. It is a half-mile track, so it's great if you want to run, bike, whatever it is that is your pleasure. But I can tell you, a lot of people go to the park to take their dogs or their family. You won't have to do that.
Okay.
Because this is a park.
Is this your sitting area back here?
Well, on the left, this was a Japanese garden. I really haven't addressed it lately, but we still relax, and there's a little pond there. There's all kinds of frogs and fish and different things that come around. But usually, I would say every single morning, you see deer back here, along with turkeys. There's a lot of...
Is that a fireplace right there?
Yeah, we'll come around there.
Okay.
So it's really something that all of these years we've been blessed that we could relax and do these things. We did. Many a fire has been.
Are these grapes?
This is 70 foot of Concord, white grapes, clematis, trumpet vine, whatever it is that I have a stone bar here on the left, and a nice 13-foot fireplace, double-sided. Over here, 788,000 pounds of stone that is a labor of love. Can't see all the stone because, mostly because of the fact that there's so much vegetation. But
I'm showing the fireplace real quick.
yeah, we have cottonwoods, silverwoods, white pine, southwestern white pine, every type of maple you can imagine, a lot of cherry, a lot of oak, a lot of Douglas fir, a lot of spruce. Most of what you see, I planted all of this. Every bit of this was grass, and you could see the street. If you look this way, basically you could see all the way to the street, but you could see how much vegetation has been put in since we came here 24 years ago. Purple martins come here every year. As most know, the males come April 1st to check out 2 places, and the females come May the 1st to see whether or not the males know what the hell they're doing. just kind of like real life. There you see a red-tailed hawk.
I see it.
Just flew away.
I see it. Back here, gazebo.
I'm sure. Yeah. Why don't you could walk in there?
Yeah.
Real quick.
Let's take a peek.
One of the things that I wanted to do was to create a little bit of an oasis out here. So we have a 30-foot bridge and a pond on the left with a couple waterfalls. All kinds of animals all the time are always out here. And inside the gazebo, as you go in, watch your step. You could probably take a seat on the left for a couple seconds. And you could see that if you want to watch the Browns game or if you want to watch whatever it is that you want to watch, this is the place.
So you got your game on in nature.
Oh, you got your game on, and you could sit out here. And there's times where I've taken the computer out here and done work because you have Wi-Fi out here. That's Roku up there. That's how you get, obviously, the TV. But with the vegetation all the way around, mostly trumpet vine. There's cherries out there, maples. There's a tulip poplar that's kind of bent there, and honey locusts on your right. I planted every one of these things, down to every stone, down to every plant, and everything that you see. Pretty much, I kind of orchestrated. My wife thought the gazebo should have been in the middle at first. But I said, no, you want to sit out here and enjoy, have a little pond. And, you know, the hummingbirds come out here and all kinds of different birds that, a lot of squirrels.
How do you handle like mosquito control and stuff like that? Do you have people privately spray for it?
Well, as you can see, this is all screened in and or it can be heated during the winter. I've been out here when it's been like 5 below. And you have to take your coat off because it's so hot.
Okay.
But whether it's a portable heater or I had other heaters out here, you kind of feel like you're on vacation.
Sure.
Watching the game or watching a movie or just coming out and listening to the waterfall, if you can hear that.
Yep.
We used to have a futon out here. My wife and I would come out here with one of the dogs and just fall asleep for hours.
Well, and you could see, folks, just so you are aware of the configuration, you could see there's the main house that we were at on the other side of the path, and we've gone all the way around the property. And over there is, on the other side is where that stone fireplace is, across the water. That's a big weeping willow, isn't it?
That is 4 weeping willows, and the 2 you see on your left as well, I just stuck in there as sticks. There was a rock garden that we just passed down there. We just went right past.
Okay.
That we could look at. I'll take a brief circle as we go back, and then around the front, and it's pretty much done. Take a brief swing around.
I love
There's the red-tailed hawk up there. There's a couple families that live here.
I love how you have personally invested into every part of the property.
Every inch.
I love that.
Every inch. There's a cucumber tree over there. There's something you don't see all the time. But I used to watch this guy from North Carolina that would talk about the flora and fauna and all of the different things as he would go out in nature, and that's kind of a daily thing here. I mean, just to sit here and listen to the fountains.
Well, so what I like about from this side, looking at the gazebo, you don't see it. You don't even know it's there.
No.
I mean, you go in it and you can see out in every direction.
Right.
But like looking at it right now, it's almost like a little clubhouse or adult tree house, right? Like it's all hidden.
Right.
So that's extraordinarily cool.
Actually, that's kind of the theme that I would create outdoor rooms here, much like the indoor rooms. And as you see, we go up.
Oh, woodpecker, big one right here. Right?
That is that would be a pileated.
Yeah, that's the
woodpecker.
famous like Woody.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can zoom in on him a little
And
bit.
there's a downy right to your right. And on the other side, there is a red-headed woodpecker flying. See that, red-headed?
Yep.
So we have, you know, the nuthatch, and you have a red squirrel trying to attack the pileated
I see it.
woodpecker. Yeah. You notice that we're probably 20 feet away, and they're not.
They're not moving.
They're not moving. They're not intimidated. This has been registered as a wildlife habitat, believe it or not. A lot of years ago, because my wife read online with the amount that we feed and care for the animals, and there's no hunting here. The pond has every single kind of fish you could imagine. The largemouth bass. It's got all kinds of 1,000 bluegill in there. We had a mud. We have a lot of catfish, and there was an albino catfish in there. I'm sure there's others. Snapping turtles, snakes, muskrat. We have fox that come out here. You can see them a lot in the winter because they stand out. But it's really different to be able to commune with nature. On any given day, you're going to see something else. There's always going to be some other thing that pops out. Whether it's a bird or a different deer. To be able to watch the fawns play in your yard at night, running up and kicking their feet in the air, you know, they feel exceedingly comfortable in this place. Because obviously nobody's out here to get them, but it's kind of a refuge. It's why the wildlife. This is I called it the stone garden, and normally I would have all kinds of different wildflowers. This year I didn't do it, but you can get an idea of as you can put flowers in here, and another pink granite in the middle there. This thing's literally weigh a ton, and all different types of evergreens. The white pine, the southwestern white pine, like you see right here, and the Douglas fir. We'll take a quick run around the top. And you might see something, a turkey or a deer. Normally, you wouldn't see wildlife during the day, especially in the heat of the day, like now. But you can definitely see the garbage bag that I brought.
So what's the distance of the path all the way around?
It's a half mile.
Okay.
And it was really strange at the beginning of the season. Usually you see one or maybe two bluebirds at the most. And right in this section here, I saw 4 bluebird in one tree. And I just sat there for about 10 minutes watching it. It's really cool. Normally the red-tailed hawks are right around here. And on our left, we usually have a fawn bedding down. Many might not know that fawns don't have a scent, so that's why the doe can leave them for hours on edge. They're kind of protected. But the other day, my wife and I were driving around, and we saw this doe, and she was making this call, you know, this loud call, and we thought something was wrong with her. And here, she was just calling her fawn. Actually, fawns. There were 2 of them that ran up to her, and it's not something you see.
Right there, turkey.
Yeah, here you go. Here's a mother, and it's not a brood. There's a name for it. I can't remember.
It's not really a gaggle. That's geese.
Oh, look it up later. It's an odd name, but they're not really that timid, as you can see.
Just turkeys just hanging out.
Just
There they go.
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and like I said, you'll see the female with the young ones, and the males generally hang out. Oh, there's the males to the right.
Where?
Over there.
You're right. Wow, they're big.
Yeah, they're about 22 pounds. It's funny because
Yep. Those are huge.
Yeah, that's what they're saying about me right now. It's a very, very large man making a sound like. Yeah, they're the difference in the females and males, other than size, is that the males have this kind of feather hanging out on the front of them. I know there's a name for it. It escapes me right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have 7 of those that hang out on a regular basis. I've seen as many as 60 turkeys, mostly female, by the feeders. And one time, a very large buck, about a 10-point buck, was coming up to him, and I thought the seas were going to part. And about 6 of the females just, you know, took off after the buck and chased him all the way around the pond.
That's funny.
So it is kind of strange how they like that. I'll take the shortcut.
Okay. So folks, to reiterate, if you're just tuning in now, you can go all the way back to the beginning of the video once we're done live, and you can see all the main house and the main property. Right now we're actually touring the property itself. So you can check out the house, you can check out the pool house, the guest house, all the other stuff, we'll call it the carriage house. You know, you can check all that out earlier in this video. And again, this is listed with Kelly, and we'll have her information in the comments. But when you see turkey, you gotta go check out turkey. That's just how it works.
No, that isn't rare. That happens a couple dozen times a day, where there's some kind of animal, there's something that you're going to see. That's going to make your day. I mean, you could feel like crap and see nature like this, and what you end up doing is just sitting and smiling after you see what God has provided us.
Well, and that's the beauty of it, right? Not only with this home, not only are you getting the home, you're getting all the amenities, you're getting the ability to host multiple parties, multiple guests. I mean, you could have 3 or 4 parties going on at the same time here. They wouldn't even know each other were here. And on top of that, you have this land that is also basically its own nature preserve. So, you know, I don't know where our ladies are. Are they going to come back out? Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Are they in the house, you think? I thought they were watching, so they would know to come on out.
Well, you know how they are.
They're all right, I'll unmask right now and we'll talk about this. Let me flip back around. So how cool was that? This was real estate virtual tour open house number 1. And we're gonna be, I'm sweating a little bit. We're gonna be doing this more often. It gives people an opportunity to see some of the upper level homes in and around the 330. And it's kind of coming out. All right, just for the end. And there's the puppy. What's the puppy's name? Rico.
Rico Suave.
Hi, Rico. All right, so there's Rico, there's Connie and Dan, and here come our ladies over here. So Connie, I just want to say, you know, we had I'm sweating right now. Sorry. We had a lot of ladies tuning in, a lot of ladies watching, and they love the way that your fingerprints are all over the place. Okay. And number 1, by your design, but number 2, the one thing I mentioned about the house from Dan's perspective is everything is redundant and repetitive, and I look at it like he designed it as no matter where you're at, anywhere on the property,
Yeah.
this is the space that you're in, and that's the space that you're occupying.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it kind of just melts you into that area.
Yeah.
So that is really, really cool. Really cool.
It is.
Good job.
Great job, Connie.
Good job.
We've
You
had
guys
a
want?
wonderful time here, that's for sure.
All right. You guys want to come back on real quick?
Sure.
All right. So, you lady, what we'll be doing is we'll be listing all of your information in the comments.
All right.
And then of course you guys can share this video on all your stuff. It's your property now. Anything else? Any final words?
Well, Hank, I just want to thank you for taking the time out of your day to come here and check out this beautiful property, share it with your viewers, and I want to thank Dan and Connie for allowing us to invade their home and their property. They're used to a lot of privacy, as you can tell around here, but we really wanted to get the word out to the public about what a great property this is. So I appreciate your help, and as you mentioned, our information will be on your post. Feel free to reach out, have your realtor reach out if they would like to schedule a showing for this property.
We'd love to have a family come here and enjoy each other and their extended family on this property, in this preserve.
Speaking of preserve, were you guys watching? Within 1 minute, we saw a 2-foot tall woodpecker, a red-tailed hawk dive bomb in the path, and 2 entire families of turkeys walking around.
Right. And I've
Within
seen this
1
many-
minute,
right,
okay?
I've seen it many times. It's great.
I'm just pointing that out.
It
All
is
right.
wildlife preserve for sure.
Okay, so it was really nice to do something that's not stupid COVID breaking news in the city of Akron and Canton. Okay? Hey, I don't know what we're going to be covering the rest of the week, but I don't know where I'm going, but there ain't no sense in being late. Take care, folks. Have a good night, everybody. And everybody out there, say good night, Shirley.
Good night,
Night,
Shirley.
Shirley.